Hey guys, this is the next video in my Will Be series of videos, and this video is Will Brandon Jones be in the Cup Series in 2020? I made this video because my prediction of Christopher Bell going to Levine Family Racing either in a new car or taking over DiBenedetto's car is pretty much out the window since Christopher Bell signed with Joe Gibbs Racing for next year, 2020, even though he does not know whether that will be in the Xfinity Series or the Cup Series. So that could be some bad news for Erik Jones, or he could stay in the Xfinity Series. So, Brandon Jones. He never won the Xfinity Series, and honestly, he's not that great of a driver according to his statistics. His rookie year in the Xfinity Series was 2016, and he was racing for Richard Childress Racing in the 33 car at that time, and he did all 33 races. He won 0 times. He had 0 top 5s, 12 top 10s, 0 poles, led 36 laps, and his rank was 10th. His average start was 14.4, and his average finish was 13.8, and he also finished every single race that year. So his rookie year was a pretty decent race. Finishing 10th in points means he made the playoffs, but when he made the playoffs, he got eliminated in the first round. So it was a decent year, enough for him to stay with Richard Childress Racing in the 33 car the next year, which is 2017. 2017 was an absolute disaster to the best of my ability to say that because it was worse than a disaster. Brandon Jones crashed so many times. 2017, he did all 33 races, 0 wins, 0 top 5s, 3 top 10s, 1 pole, led 11 laps, and his rank was 16th. Didn't even make the playoffs that year. Not even the first round like he did the year before. And his average start was 17.4, and its average finish was 21.4. And he only finished 26 of the 33 races. That's a terrible, terrible year for Richard Childress Racing. It's causing them so much money. I mean, such a disaster. He crashed so many times that year in that 33 car. Oh, it was a disaster of a year. But then, when we all think his career is over, he kind of gets saved by Joe Gibbs Racing. And the next year, in 2018, he is in the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, replacing the 2016 champion, Daniel Suarez. And then 2017 driver of this car was Matt Tifft. And Brandon Jones takes this car. Brandon Jones did all 33 races. He has 0 wins still, 2 top 5s, 17 top 10s, 1 pole, led 173 laps. His rank was 9th, his average start 11.1, and his average finish 13.6. So better than all of the other drivers, or all of his other years. So it was an upgrade, but was it still really as good as what Joe Gibbs equipment really is? What Christopher Bell was doing that year? Christopher Bell had 7 wins that year. And his rank was 4th. It's like, you're still off. He made the playoffs, 2018, Jones did, but he still got eliminated in the first round. So was it really that good of a year? I don't think it was. This year, 2019, he stays with Joe Gibbs Racing in the 19 car. He's did all of the 15 races so far. He has 0 wins, 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s, 0 poles, led 51 laps. His rank is currently 11th. His average start is 8.7, and his average finish is 14.9. Is he really improving much? Well, not completely, because he's only finished 11 of the races this year, and last year he only finished 29 out of the 33 races, which isn't bad, not terrible, especially to the 2017 statistics of him. And, well, Christopher Bell is his teammate. Christopher Bell currently has 4 wins and he's currently second in points. And that's just, Brandon Jones is really behind in that statistic with Christopher Bell, his teammate. But the reason I think that he could go to the Cup Series next year is because he has sponsorship. Menards is with him. Juniper is with him. And Joe Gibbs, it's going to lose a lot of money, even though Brandon Jones really is not performing to really anyone's liking. But this year, it got started on a hot streak. He, at Daytona, he finished third. So, yeah, and then it kept getting better and better. And then, wow, he dropped. He got DNFs after DNFs and just problems and problems. But then this past weekend at Chicagoland, he got fourth, so could a comeback be coming for Brandon Jones in that 19 team for Joe Gibbs Racing? Because you got to remember, this team is a championship-winning team. It's Joe Gibbs Racing, and Christopher Bell is showing that, they can win championships in the Xfinity Series. And we already knew that. And Brandon Jones is not that quality of a driver. He's a playoff contender, but he'll probably get eliminated in the first round this year, just like most of his other years, if he even makes it, which he'll make it this year, the top 12. So next year, where could he go in the Cup Series? Well, he could go to Leavine Family Racing, since Christopher Bell, well, he's signed with Gibbs next year, even though he doesn't know what series he'll be in. And another thing that could make Brandon Jones go to the Cup Series next year is that this year at Chicagoland in the Truck Series, he did a great job. He was racing for Kyle Busch Motorsports. He got a top 5. He won the first stage in that race. He was doing a good job in the Truck Series. So that's a big boost of momentum. And then at Chicagoland, the day after in the Xfinity Series, he gets fourth. So he's pretty good at that track. And when he goes to Leavine Family Racing, if he does, could he replace Matt DiBenedetto because of his contract deal? Since he has a 2-year deal, but they have to sign on to the second year, kind of like Daniel Suarez and Stewart Haas Racing, so he's not guaranteed the second year, even though he could be. Or, since he does have sponsorship, and Bell probably isn't going to Leavine Family Racing, could he go to the 59 car, a second entry for Leavine Family Racing, and be teammates with Matt DiBenedetto? It's very possible, because Matt Leavine said that he wants to have a second car, and he's planning to if he can get the sponsorship and funding. Well, if they're going to keep Matt DiBenedetto and not just put Brandon Jones and replace him and still have one car, and Bell, might not have that much funding or sponsorship, and we all know Brandon Jones has quite a bit, and that's pretty much the whole reason he's racing for Gibbs still in Xfinity. Could he go to the 59 car? Because he has the funding. And the reason he could go is because another thing with Gibbs is that Leavine Family Racing has a technical alliance with Joe Gibbs Racing. And it used to have a technical alliance with Richard Childress Racing, which Brandon Jones used to race for. And now he races for Gibbs, which Leavine Family Racing has a technical alliance with. That's why I thought Bell would go there. But seems like Brandon Jones could possibly go there. Now, this image you're looking at is from 2017, Michael McDowell. That's why it's a Chevrolet. That's when they had that Childress Alliance. But now they have the Gibbs Alliance, and they switched to Toyota this year with Matt DiBenedetto. So, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you kind of get where I'm going with this, and we'll just have to wait and see. Silly season this year, I think, is going to be a really good one. Last year was really good. Whole Kurt Busch and so many, Martin Truex Jr., Furniture Row shutting down, but could Leavine Family Racing be the next Furniture Row? So, will Brandon Jones be in the Cup Series next year in 2020? Maybe for Leavine Family Racing in a second car, or just replace DiBenedetto? I doubt he'll replace DiBenedetto, though. They'll probably be teammates if he does go, since he does have funding. And that could hurt the team, could help the team. We'll have to wait and see. So I really hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and you could catch me next time. See ya.